Hello, everybody. Eric here on Wednesday, March 8th. Yes, it's a Wednesday because my chiropractic appointments are now Tuesday and Thursday for this week. So I got to go to the comic book shop on Wednesday. I did have to leave some things behind because I got to pay that stupid chiropractor. Shouldn't say the chiropractor's stupid. My messed up back is stupid. So I did leave some things behind, but I picked up some stuff. Basically, I picked up what I expected to come in this week, and I left behind all the surprise stuff. So let's take a look at what I expected and what came in. And we're going to start with Moon Knight, number 21 from Marvel Comics. I think possibly the only ongoing series that I'm still getting as a floppy. Off the top of my head, it's the only one I can think of. But Moon Knight's awesome. This has been a great run. Is Tigra in this issue? Tigra, sort of a co-star, has been in this book. Great character. Looks like some of his vampire friends are still in here. But there you go, Moon Knight, number 21. Then we have, wow, a lot of vampire stuff this week. Vampirella versus Red Sonja, number 5 from Dynamite, written by Dan Abnett, which is mainly the reason I've been getting a lot of these Dynamite books. I do like both characters, Vampirella and Red Sonja, but Dan Abnett is a fantastic writer. He's done some of my favorite stuff in the past. Let's see how this whole fight goes. Then we have West of Sundown, number 9. Wow. West of Sundown, number 9 from Vault Comics. More vampires, this time in a Western setting. That is a crazy looking cover. I don't know how long this book is going. I just took a quick glance. No spoilers, took a quick glance. It does say to be continued. So it's going on. But here's a book. I believe this is the last issue. Let's take a quick Nope. To be continued. This is Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duo, Book 5 from DC, part of their Black Label line. It's hard to keep track. Some of these miniseries, you get some that are 2 issues, 3 issues, etc. And the previews don't always tell you how long they're going to run. So I'm never sure. But here we go with issue 5 of Batman and the Joker, Deadly Duo. Speaking of Batman teaming up with people, excuse me, that's it for the floppies. I got one collected edition, and that is Batman, Superman, World's Finest, Volume 1. There's no 1 on here, but The Devil Nezza. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. And this has Detective Comics 1050 and Batman, Superman, World's Finest 1 through 5. And it's got Doom Patrol in it. And I see Jimmy Olsen and Catwoman and Robin. It's written by Mark Waid, who is one of my favorite writers, a standout, did one of my favorite runs on Captain America, does all sorts of good stuff. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. I like when Batman and Superman team up. It's a great clash of not ideologies necessarily, but methods, I suppose. And that's it. That is all that I picked up this week. I left 4 trade paperbacks behind. 2 that I thought were coming out in previous weeks. 1 that I had no idea when it was coming out, and another one that I didn't know was coming out, but it's very exciting. I'm excited for people to see what it is. All right, I don't really have a question. for this week. So, what do you think of vampires? Let's just throw that out there. I got 3 books that have vampires in them. This seems more like a question I would ask during one of my book reviews or something, but just generally, thoughts on vampires. Do you have a favorite vampire book, comic book, movie, game, whatever? I have come around on vampires. I think I've mentioned this before. There was a time I told a friend of mine that vampires were the Jar Jar Binks of the monster world, and that's not a compliment. Even though one of my favorite horror novels of all time is a vampire novel, The Light at the End by John Skip and Craig Spector. Love that book, but overall, wasn't a huge fan, and it's probably because of the preponderance of the romantic vampire. Not that I've read Twilight, but I read a little bit of Anne. I read Interview with the Vampire, and I think a lot of urban fantasy. Not going to say 100%, but I think a lot of urban fantasy glamorizes and romanticizes the vampire, and I prefer my vampires evil and monstrous. But there are some very, very good vampire books. There are some great comics. I have, I think, all but one volume of Tomb of Dracula, the complete collection from Marvel. I think the 5th volume, the next one coming out, is the last one, but I'm not 100% sure. Fury of Dracula, great hidden movement game. One person is Dracula. Everybody else plays the investigators, the characters from the book, trying to find you. I'm currently reading a book titled Dracula's Return, and it's really, really good so far. So I've come around on the whole vampire thing. But as I said, I prefer them monstrous and evil. I'm not going to, just totally crap on a good vampire. But there's a reason I would say that I liked Spike better than Angel on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because Spike kept that edge. Angel was more interesting when he was Angelus, in my opinion. All right, that's, I guess, my thoughts on vampires. I assume I'm forgetting plenty of stuff. Near Dark, probably my favorite vampire movie. Love that movie. I like 30 Days a Night. Great comic book. Good movie. And then, obviously, Vampirella. I mean, technically she's a vampire, but even more technically, she's an alien. Vampire westerns seem to work well, if they're written well. What do you think? Tell me all of your thoughts on vampires. Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That is all I have for this week. So until next week, read more books.